Hello, all. Good evening. In today's session, let's see how to make this bench in NX. Okay, so this is the final output. I'll just rotate around this part. Okay, and then now let's see how to build this from the beginning or from the scratch. Let's close this file. Just create a new file. Just say okay. So for this, we need to create two sketches. So I will use this particular plane and I'll just say okay, and I will turn off auto dimension, and then let's create the base profile, some random profile, something like this. Later we can constrain them with the values. Okay, something like this. So now let's start dimensioning them. And give this to be as 25 and this to be as 25 as well. Okay, and then I'll give this height as 350. Okay, and then this dimension as okay, and in between this one also to be as 25, and then I'll give this dimension as 400, and this height also to be as 350. So now we have a solid profile. Sketches will be constrained. Okay, once this is done, so this is the leg portion that I am drawing right now, and after that let's try to draw the resting portion. So for that I will just draw a line from this one something like this, and then I give this diameter to be as 100, sorry, not the diameter, it's a angle to be as 100, and then this height, let's say it is 400 from the base. I'll just say 400. Okay, and then I will offset this by 25 other side. Okay, then I'll just close this. Okay, and all unwanted portions I'll trim it off. For example, this portion, this portion, this portion. So this portion is not also this. This also is not required. This also is required. This point itself is not required. Okay. So now this is done. So next I will start building the support at the bottom. So for that I will take one more rectangle. Okay, not there, with the corner rectangle, and then I'll just build it something like this. So this dimension again, it should be 25. Okay, and from the bottom, let's give it this distance as 100. Then what else? I think that's all. And then again, I'll trim this portion, unwanted center portion. Okay, so my base profile is now ready. I just finish it. Okay, so you see, and on this profile, I will extrude this with 25 mm. I pick the connected curves. Okay, and then I'll say 25. Okay, so this is done. Then next, what I do, I will just extrude, keep it like this. Okay, portion is done. This, yeah, it's okay. Okay, so this is done now. So now what I'll do, I'll draw a sketch on this face, and then I'll just say okay. I turn off auto dimension. I just need two small rectangles, something like this and something like this. So before that, maybe I'll delete this one because I need it exactly at the center. So what I do, so this is the midpoint. So, and then I will draw a rectangle using the center of this one, something like this. And now I will turn this as construction element. And then I'll start dimensioning these. So this should be 25 mm. Okay. And this, I'll keep it as 12.5. Okay. So this is done. And similarly, from this edge, I'll dimension this to be as 25. Okay. And then this dimension to be also as 25. Okay. So now this is done. I just escape. And then what I do, I'll do an extrude of these two sketches. Okay. By 1500 mm. I will not do anything and just keep it as none. Just say okay. Okay. Base profile is now ready. And once that is done, I will mirror this exactly. So for that, what I do, I'll just create a new plane, the distance, because this distance is 1500. I say at distance, that's 1500 divided by 2 is 750. I use this as a center plane, and then I have to mirror the feature. So what I do, I go here and I go to mirror feature. I pick this feature. This has my existing plane. Just say okay. Okay. So now you see my profile is now completely ready. The structure is now ready. So now what I do, I will turn off this datums. I don't need them. Okay. Also the sketches, I don't need them. Close it. So now I want to build the back panel where we rest our back. Okay. So for that, I have to draw a sketch on this face. Just say okay. Okay. And then I will turn off auto dimension, and then I will draw two rectangles starting with by 2 points, something like this, and similarly something like this. Okay. Now let's start dimensioning. I want this to be 20 mm from this edge, and similarly this height also to be as 20 mm. Okay. And then this has to be 165 mm in height. 165. Okay. And then similarly the other side. Okay. I need a horizontal horizontal dimension. This also to be as 20 mm. Okay. So this portion is now done. So similarly, I'll maintain this to be as 20 mm. And then I'll apply concentricity, and then not concentricity, collinear. This and this should be collinear. And similarly, this and this also should be collinear. Okay. And once this is done, this height, I'll try to maintain this also to be as 165. Okay, so now you see my base profile is, the rear portion is now ready. Okay, I will just extrude this, finish the sketch, and then I'll extrude this by 25 mm. Okay, just say okay. Okay, so my back is, that portion is now ready. Now I have to build the seating area. So for that, I will need to draw a sketch on this face. So for that, I create a new sketch, pick this surface, and just say okay, okay, and then I note a dimension. Similar thing. So we'll draw two rectangles. Okay. So now let's build that as well, that same dimension what we did previously. From this edge to this edge, it should be 20. It's perfect. And from this edge to this edge, in 20. Okay. And this distance to be same 165. Okay. So now I hope, okay, only this area. So similarly, I'll maintain this one. It's now maintained. So now the top portion is completely constrained. So similarly, between these two, I'm maintaining 20. Okay, this side 165, we said, and then I'll make it collinear. This one, and this one, and this one should be okay. Okay, so now this portion is now done. I'll just extrude in the top by 25 mm. Just say okay. Okay, so now you see my bench is now completed. You use Control W to hide all these sketches. If at all you want to do some uh, rendering, you have to go to true shading. Then you can choose whatever material you want to show. Something like this. Okay. Okay. That's all. See you in another video. Thank you so much.